Hey guys, Zach here with Unreal Adventures. Today I'm going to be out river fishing for some spawning white bass. I know this is probably like the third video I've done on white bass. I promise I'm going to fish some other species. It's just, I love doing this. I love getting out on the river. I love hiking up and down the river and catching these fish. And I just want to pass a little bit of my knowledge on to you guys so you guys can share the same enjoyment. It's been tough this year. There's been some really crazy weather fluctuations. It'll be 80 one day, 30 the next. Kansas, I know. What can you do about it? It's making these fish a little hard to find. Also, there's not a great current coming down the river just yet, so those fish aren't up there. It's still a little early, but hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll really get into them. I have some really cool stuff coming to my channel here shortly, so stay tuned. If you like the video, please subscribe, share with your friends, whatever. You can also follow along on Instagram at un_real, REEL_adventures. Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, the first spot didn't pan out, guys. I had to drive, I don't know, maybe like 45 minutes to get back to this new spot. And check it out. First couple casts got me a nice little white bass there. Get a better angle of it here. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. Probably a good 14 inches. That's a nice one. All right, let's get back to it. All right, we have successfully found some fish. I've been out all stinking morning and I just haven't had any luck. It was cold yesterday, but and the day before, actually, down freezing, teens at night. But if you find a good hole, these fish will actually just kind of recede back to the deeper holes, maybe move a little closer to the lake. They won't be up in the shallower holes, but well, we found at least one, so that's good. That means where there's one, there's probably more, especially when it comes to these white bass. They swim in schools, and especially this time of year when they're spawning, they're going to be up here together. So let's see what happens. When you get into a deep hole like this, guys, it's always good to let your lure sink for a minute before you start reeling it in. You know, if you know for a fact there's a lot of snags or something, maybe not the best idea, but like this area is a nice open area. There's not any real danger of snags out there. It's a nice sand bottom. So I let her sink for a bit and then start reeling. Nice and slow. Give it a nice little jig every once in a while to give that lure some play. Especially on, like I said, days like this, these fish, they like to get what we call lockjaw, where, they'll just be a major temperature, pressure change. So they just won't bite. But if you do it nice and slow, give a nice good presentation, you can actually basically trick them into biting. So keep that in mind. Oh, just hooked into something nice, guys. Probably a big white bass if I had to guess. Let's take a better look at it here. It is a big carp. Oh, look at that. He actually took it in the mouth too. I don't know if you guys can see him there, but he's got my lure in his mouth. That's pretty crazy. That doesn't happen all that often. A lot of times when you catch carp with jigs like this, you either snag them or usually you just snag them. So that's kind of cool. It happens every once in a while. We're gonna get him up here and a little closer to the bank here so I can manage him, and then we're gonna get rid of him, send him back to his home. All right. Hopefully if I can get a good hold on him here. There we go. Look at that boy. Probably a good 2 pounds, little chunk. All right, buddy, back home. You are not what we are after. There he goes, off into the deep blue. Or brown, I guess. This water's a little muddy. All right, well, it's a fish, it's a start. Second one of the day. I caught that white bass a little closer to the lake. Let's see any of his buddies are in here. I'd be a little surprised if I actually hooked into a white bass in this hole now, because generally white bass are a lot more aggressive than carp. So you would think that if there's white bass right here, they would have been the first one on that lure, but who knows? Maybe I put it right in front of the carp's face and he just saw something he liked. Whew! Just got down far enough into the water, I just discovered that I now have a hole in my waders. Not actually a hole, just a leak, and it's right on the seam, right in my crack, so that's definitely a little wake up. Whew! Pretty brisk. This water's still around 50 degrees, so pretty chilly. That's okay. Now my socks are all wet, my butt's wet, my underwear's wet. How nice is that? That's okay. Now where I'm fishing at right now, guys, this is pretty wide still here. I know from years past that there is a deep hole along this ledge. That's kind of why I stopped here. I just wanted to see if there's any of them, you know, that hold up to kind of stay out of that cold weather, but I think maybe they moved upstream, so we might have to go up a little bit. We're still going to try this for a second though, see what happens. It is also very possible that they hightailed it back to the lake. Like I said, because of that weather, sometimes when they're up here, they'll sense that cold front coming and they'll just hightail it back for deeper water. So I did catch one, so that's a good sign that there's some up here. It was a male. It was a big male. So it's more exciting to catch females. They get a little bit bigger. And when there's females up here, then you know that there's going to be females and males up here, because the females are the last ones to come up here. So now, if I remember correctly, the hole on the opposite side over there that I'm fishing is probably 8 feet deep maybe. I remember trying to go after a jig that I got stuck on a tree over there a couple years ago, and I had to swim, so it's fairly deep. Then again, I'm not that tall. I'm only like 5'10", so with my boots on. All right, I'm moving upstream. I'll be right back with you guys. Check this out, guys. I was hiking down the river here. I came about maybe a quarter or half mile. I came across this really cool rock formation. I'm gonna try and jig around these and maybe see if I can't pull out some fish. I see some carp swimming around. I haven't seen much else, but let's just kind of see what happens. Of course, I get a snag in my line. Great. Let me fix that real quick. All right, and we are a go. Let's check this out. This is super neat, guys. This stuff's probably been here for thousands of years. Look at that one. All right. This is really cool. Hopefully there's some fish sitting around these rock ledges here. See if we can't find one hanging out up here. All right, guys, it took me a while, but I have located some fish. This is about to be excellent. If you can see right there, got that guy on the stringer. What I'm working on is I'm sitting on a sandbar right now next to this really freaking cool rock formation over here. On the other side, there's some more real cool boulders over there. It is just absolutely beautiful out here. This is textbook hole. This is gonna be amazing. If you look out here, you can see kind of some, not necessarily rapids, but you can see water breaks. It's really shallow all the way across here. Big old sandbar. These fish are not gonna wanna go up that. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna sit right off the ledge here and wait for unsuspecting prey to come over the ledge, and they're just gonna hammer it. So let's start catching some fish, guys. This is gonna be amazing, I can already tell. Now that first fish that I caught, when I was reeling him in, there was several fish running right next to him, basically following him all the way up to me. So let's get these guys out of these holes here. Get them a new home. Now I'm just fishing the edge right now. I like to cover every inch, okay? Most people probably wouldn't fish this little narrow channel right here. It doesn't actually look that great. Oh, there's one. A little tiny boy. He's gonna go back. Look at that little puppy. Dang. Jig's about as big as he is. Let's get him back in the water. That's last year's fry. Small fry, that's why they call them small fries. But yeah, most people wouldn't fish this little channel. Me, I like to work it all over. You never know what's going to be sitting up there. Never know till you try. Now what I like about getting into these holes out here is it's quite a bit of a walk, but A, I definitely could use the exercise, but B, most people don't get out here. They don't like to walk. They'll go sit in the same spot, and yeah, you know, they'll catch some fish, but if you really want to maximize your opportunity, you want to take the road less traveled. I definitely do that. Probably walk 1,000 miles up and down these rivers that I fish every year. That's okay though, I don't mind. I like it. This is my passion. I like fishing from the boat, I like fishing from, you know, shore, the spillway, whatever, but getting out here and hiking these rivers, man, it's like nothing else. You know, get to see turkey, hear them gobbling off in the distance, see some deer, all kinds of different wildlife. And you find, you know, pretty cool stuff like those rock formations that I showed you guys earlier. Now, in walking this, like I said, maybe a half mile or so that I walked, a lot of that river was very shallow. I'm gonna say less than 6 inches. You know, these fish will go up stretches of water like that, but it is still a little early. I guess it's like mid-season right now, but we haven't had any good water coming down yet, so they'll wait. I mean, they don't get in a hurry to get up there if they don't have to. They'll get in the river and they'll sit in the holes. They'll just kind of wait for either, you know, a storm to come through or something, get the river up so they can just keep on going and shoot. They'll go 50 miles upstream. Oh, he came up and nabbed it. He got that basically right at the Right at the last second, I was just about to pull that out of the water. He's not a monster by any means, but I think he's big enough for the freezer. Get a little better. Get this hook out here and give you guys a little better look at that. He's a good, I don't know, 10 inches maybe. Not bad, not a bad fish, so. The other thing is, guys, when you find a hole, like a nice hole like this, and like you don't catch fish one day, don't give up on the hole, because sometimes fish just aren't hungry. Sometimes you aren't hungry. When you're not hungry, you don't eat. Especially after, like I said, after like major weather changes, they just don't, they don't eat, they don't bite. It takes a couple days for them to straighten back out. So don't give up hope. Oh, there we go, guys. That's whatever that is. That's nice. I haven't seen it yet, but it hit like a ton of bricks. Whew. Come on, baby. Looks like I snagged myself a turtle. Oh, wow. I think. Nope, it's carp. Looked like a little turtle claw. Oh, I snagged it right on top of the fin there. That's alright. I'll let him fight it out for a second, and then once I get him in, I'll get him back in the water and released. Gotta be careful. I don't want to lose the lure. When you foul hook a fish like that, they can definitely, you can't control the head very well, so it's very, very hard to make sure that they're not like putting too much tension on your line. Okay. Oh, easy, buddy. Easy, 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 easy. Poor guy. I know you don't like that. I don't like it either. I don't want you breaking my line. Whew, now he's gone between my legs. Alright. I'm just gonna get down here and get a hold of my hook. That'll be a little easier. Okay. Got him right in his fin. Didn't hurt him too bad. But it is definitely through there, so. All right. Look at that boy. Give the camera a kiss. All right, let's get him back in the water here. There you go, buddy. You're free. Go home.
Hey y'all, thanks again for watching. I'm just getting into these videos. I'm just learning how to do it. This one was a little longer than I would have liked it to be, but I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Again, if you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time.